My in-laws demanded that I agree to a prenuptial agreement, declaring, "This is Adam's property, and you'll walk away empty-handed." They gloated triumphantly once I came into $22 million, right up until I presented the divorce documents and revealed precisely what that prenup stated. I should have walked out the moment his mom handed me that prenup with a smug grin on her face. But I didn't, because I was head over heels and I believed Adam was unlike them. I was mistaken. When I first encountered Adam, I was doing fine on my own. I held a stable position in software development, resided in a decent apartment in San Diego, and was self-sufficient financially. I wasn't wealthy, but I wasn't scraping by either. Adam, conversely, had been raised in affluence. His folks, Evelyn and Richard, ran a property firm and had indulged him throughout his life. They purchased him a home in La Jolla, covered his university fees, and secured him a comfortable role in their business. He was accustomed to a particular way of living, one I never prioritized. Early in our relationship, I sensed his parents' disapproval of me. Evelyn would pose sharp inquiries about my history, my career, my family's standing. Richard hardly addressed me. They weren't blatantly impolite, but they made it evident I wasn't their ideal match for their prized son. But Adam, he made me feel valued. He assured me he disregarded his parents' opinions, that he adored me. And foolishly, I trusted him. When Adam popped the question, I was ecstatic. I figured his family would at last embrace me. Instead, they summoned us for supper and ambushed me. Evelyn filled her wine glass, offered me a strained smile, and remarked, "Before proceeding, we must address something crucial." Richard produced a file folder and pushed it over the table. "A prenup. This is merely routine," Evelyn stated, appearing nearly indifferent. "It safeguards Adam and guarantees that, should a divorce occur, you won't claim anything that isn't yours." I glanced at Adam, expecting him to stand up for me. He simply sat there, gazing at his dish. Richard coughed. "This is Adam's home, his holdings, his prospective estate. If it falls apart, you'll depart with whatever you brought, whatever I brought." I had never solicited funds from them, never suggested I desired a share of their riches. Yet there they were, regarding me as some fortune hunter aiming to latch onto their son. Evelyn grinned. "I'm certain you comprehend." I did. I grasped precisely their view of me. I should have departed, but I was enamored, and I reasoned I don't require their funds. This won't be relevant, so I endorsed it. And they appeared so incredibly satisfied with themselves. The initial year was positive. The second year was acceptable. By the third, I began noticing the flaws. Adam shifted. Or perhaps I just began observing things I'd overlooked previously. He grew complacent, overly so, ceased putting in effort. Stopped viewing me as important. Whenever I raised it, he'd dismiss it and claim I was overreacting. Worse, he began echoing his mother. Minor remarks, subtle jabs. "Are you truly wearing that? Perhaps you should consider Botox. You ought to appreciate that I handle matters," ignoring that I worked full-time, ignoring that I contributed equally to costs despite residing in a home his parents provided him. But to him, it was always his home, his funds, his existence. I was merely fortunate to participate. His parents naturally fostered this.
I can't tell you the full story in this short video. If you want to see the full story, the link is given below. Click on it to watch the full story.